Hey guys, Potato here, back with another Shadow of War build video. Today we're showcasing the money is power build. First, you get the money, then you get the power, then you get the women. Or in this case, awesome items. This build is perfect for those who love making tons of money, but still putting out and taking a ton of damage at the same time. This is not a flashy build, it doesn't win any awards for particle effects, so if that's your jam, move on. However, if you're grounded and just want your character to provide a humble butt kicking, then this build is for you. So let's start with items and runes you'll need, then go over the skill upgrades, and then a bit of gameplay.
Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
So, how does money is power work? Let's have a look at what gear pieces you need first. Well, very simply, you need all of the Marauder items. Now, you can swap 2 of these out as you see fit to replace with any other items, but for this video's purpose, I'm going to show you all of them. Now, what do they do? Each weapon, each item lets you get Mirian dropped based on how you kill an enemy. In the sword's case, if you kill it with melee attacks, they'll have a chance of dropping Mirian. The dagger's case, stealth attacks have a chance of dropping Mirian. In the ranged weapons case, ranged attacks have a chance of dropping Mirian. In the chest piece, defeated enemies just have a flat increase chance of dropping Mirian. This one is very important, so don't swap this out because this will stack onto all of these other ones. Then you have beast attacks chance of dropping Mirian, and then you have follower attacks has a chance of dropping Mirian. Now all of those drop Mirian, but what's very, very important are these gems. Put the wealth gem in your weapons, and that will give them a 15% increase chance that enemies will drop Mirian. And then put warrior gems in both your armor pieces, your chest and your cloak, will give you an increased damage because you need to multiply the damage effect that you get from the set bonus, which I'll talk about in a second. And then followers take less damage is the best for the followers based on certain how the math works out. Followers taking less damage will actually work out better than followers doing more damage. But anyway, that's too much information. Right now, let's stick to the set bonuses. 2 set bonus of the Marauder lets you increase your damage by 2% per Mirian gained for 20 seconds. So if you pick up 5 Mirian, that's 10% more damage. That is going to be multiplied by this gem here, 15%, 15%. Is increased total, so this gets applied and then this gets applied. It's quite a lot of extra damage, and Mirian's going to be dropping off almost every kill you get, with it being the dagger, with it being the sword, with it being the hammer, with it being just any attack or beasts or your followers. So Mirian's going to be dropping all over the place, and that damage bonus is going to escalate fast. Plus, with the sword, you get a 10% increased critical chance, which combines with critical hits, lights enemies on fire, or poisons them based on what the bonus is with this one, but crits will do something. And the set bonus for 4, picking up Mirian recovers 2 health per Mirian gained, which is why you don't want to equip health. See, health is increased by 30%. This flat number here, 2 health per Mirian gained, is not going to scale very well with this. So you want as little health as possible to make the flat number of health gained look a little better on your bar and give you more back as a percentage. So there we go. Overall, you'll be collecting Mirian to fuel your power. So this is money is power, quite in the literal sense. So that's what you need. Now you can always hot swap out items. I probably recommend swapping out the cape if you need to swap out anything, and the gem, and the ring if you need to swap in another set or another bit of items. These aren't necessarily needed because you won't always be attacking with beasts and you won't always be attacking with your followers. So it might be okay to swap in the vengeance set if you want a bit more damage, or the slaughterer set if you want a bit more damage. If you want to gain Wraith faster, that might be okay with the Elven Rage set. There's the Vengeance set here. Consuming Might just consumes your health instead, so that could be very good, considering you will get health back very quickly with the Mirian. And then I think that would be the best one to combine with it if you wanted to combine those. Yes, it would be. Okay, now let's move on to what skills you will be needing. Now, when it comes to execution, I stick with Grim Resolve because I don't like to lose my might when I'm damaged, especially in higher difficulties. You can expect to be damaged at least a little bit, and losing all of your might is a pain in the butt. But if you're really good at stealth, or you're really good at maintaining your hit streak, Fatal Might and Secret Might be good for you. This play only with Fatal Might if you're really good at the game. Same with Fatal Counter. Not same with Fatal Counter, sorry. Same with Elven Precision. Use this if you're good at the game, you're good at timing your strikes. Otherwise, get Reprisal. Lower your health, the higher critical strike. Now, when it comes to Perfect Counter here, I've put it on Rain of Arrows. It should be on Fatal Counter. Remember, every time you kill an enemy, they will drop Mirian. That will fuel the power within you. It'll multiply your damage by a percentage, which will then make you do quite a bit more to the captains that you need to take down fast. So killing the grunts off very quickly is a good idea for this build. It isn't for a lot of other builds, because usually grunt is a battery. You want to use those to gain might, but in this build's case, you want to kill them fast. You want to kill as many things as you can, so Fatal Counter works very well. Now, for ground finisher, I'm going with Fury here. It's a bit of a personal choice. You can go with Fury or you can go with Ground Drain, depending on if you think you need more health or if you need more might. Now, Ceaseless Might, pretty obviously the better of the two. Wraith Execution, I find you only tend to get like 4 or so in a row. It's probably better just to get 2 might-based attacks off every time it's charged, because you're not necessarily always going to be using Execution. You might be using Elven Light, or you might be using Mighty Shot. So it's better to have more options. Now, Retaliation, put it on Adamant. Keeps you from dying, unless they have no chance. Elven Agility, I go with Silent Runner. Like I always say, Spectral Dash is okay if you want to consume Focus. And this build doesn't use Focus too much, so if you do like using Stealth, Spectral Dash might be the way to go. Brutalize. Unyielding Ferocity. That's the one you want. You want to build more might. You want to kill them. You don't want too many people running away, because you need them sticking around and giving you that sweet, sweet Mirian. Now, Poison Tendril, I'll go with Proximity Trigger, but any of those are okay. Now, Wraith Chain, I go with Shadow Blade, because you end up getting more off than you would normally. I think you get 4 or 5 off. I never seem to use Monster Hunter. I think I've used, like I said in other videos, I think I've used it maybe in 200 hours, roughly twice or 3 times, so it's not very good. Deadly Spectre, Spirit Drain, I usually go with it. It'll turn them to your side, which is okay. Once again, you don't want them running off. You want them staying around. Now, Death Threat, Vow of Violence, or Worth and Death, both good depending on what you want to do. This is situational. If you want them to drop 12 levels and possibly break, go for Worse than Death. If you want to get more rewards, go for Vow of Violence. Detonate, get Matron's Scent. Reason being is these count as beasts, and with your cloak, they will make Mirian drop off enemies they kill. Freezing Pin, go for Savage Ice. I don't think there's a situation where you don't want to pin beasts and Ologs. There are a lot around. There's a lot of Olog captains. You want to be doing this. You want to be using this. Brutal Cold, you don't want them running away. And Deep Freeze, you should be good enough at the game to deal with them while they're frozen already. Bird of Prey, get Talon Strike. Pretty simple. Great movement tool. Good for getting around. Eagle Sight, you're not going to need to consume Focus less in the air. You're fine. Just use Talon Strike. Alright, Mighty Shot. Personal choice now. This is not an elemental build, so you want a little bit of variety in how you deal with enemies. I would say, generally speaking, either go for Firestorm or Freeze Blast. Freeze Blast is to combine with Ice Storm, and you want to control the battlefield a little bit. Firestorm if you want to get off a sweet, sweet Balefire effect, and I'll go more into that very soon. Then Shadow Strike Pull is usually the way to go if you want to isolate people. However, if you want to get back health in the middle of battle, Shadow Dominate is very good. Also capture fleeing captains when they're broken. However, get both of them, hot swap between them. They're both very useful. Now, Brace of Daggers. I go with Rain of Blades, but in this build's case, Swift Barrage is okay, and so is Serrated Edge. Doesn't really matter. It's what you want to do. If you want to, at range, ignite fires based on your chest piece or poison or whatever it's rolled, or if you want to keep a single target kind of stun locked, Swift Barrage is good, but you want to hit multiple people with it, Rain of Blades is the way to go. Now, Elven Light and Poison Blast is what you should pick up. Poison Blast has the most amount of damage over time. It also combines with Firestorm if you do both of them with your Ceaseless Might. It'll make a Balefire effect, which is very damaging, and that's what you want. Ice Storm, fantastic move. Always pick this up. Put Frostbite on. You don't want them... you don't want to freeze multiple people. You should be fine. You want to finish them off with a critical. Does a lot more damage, especially to captains. Shattering Blow, you don't want them to be feared. Fear is not your friend in this build. Consume, Chain of Souls. Simply, if you need to use Consume, then chaining to multiple people is the way to go. You'll capture more than just the captain or more than just a grunt. You'll capture at least 3 or 4 in a row, which is nice. If there's a lot of Ologs around, you can swap that out, but generally speaking, Chain of Souls is pretty good. Treasure Hunter, get Mindbreaker, you'll capture things faster, usually better than the others here, unless you're hunting for gems or for items. Okay. Raised Dead you won't be really using, but swap these in and out based on what you're fighting. If you're fighting beasts, raising a Caragor can be good. If you're fighting Ologs, raising an Olog can be good. If you want to raise a captain from the dead, just swap this in right away, and then do it from the army screen. You don't need this in battle. Now, Caragor Rider, I've been over this many a times. Beastal Rage is the way to go. Don't even bother with this. Beastal Rage. Okay? Reason being is you can summon... You can use your abilities without needing might, and that is really powerful on the Caragor because you can just use it until it dies. So you can keep howling until it dies. That will summon in 3 more Caragors for you to play around with that are on your team. So very good. Graug Rider, Enduring Fury is a better skill because basic attacks gain more might. When you have might, you can use its finisher. Its finisher picks up a grunt, eats him, gets health back, or smacks at a captain and doing a lot of damage. It's better than Executions restore more health because you'll be doing more executions with this anyway, but you'll also be doing more damage rather than just getting more health back. Okay, Call Mount. I use Graug Call mainly because Graugs do a lot more damage quickly and you can pick up a lot more Mirian with your Cloak. Cloak gives you a chance to drop Mirian when you kill an enemy with a beast. So Dire Caragor, Graug Call, or Dragon Song, all pretty good. But it's your choice what you want to play as here. Don't bother with Packmaster, get Caragor Breaker. Pretty simple. Packmaster, kind of useless, very situational. You can swap it in if you need it, but don't bother picking it up unless you have the points. Dragon Rider, Scales of Iron. This will mean all your Drakes, if they're controlled, will take less damage. You don't need to be riding it. A lot more useful considering Drakes have very low HP and are very easy to kill. You don't want to be sacrificing HP to do damage, and that will only work if you're actually on it. So this is the better skill. Drain, you can go for Domination, or you can go for Bright Lord's Wrath, or Quiver of Souls. In my case, I want to go for Quiver of Souls, mainly because this will kill the target. Killing the target will drop Mirian and fuel your skills. And if you kill the target with a Consume, much like this... Chain Consume here, Chain of Souls, you'll get a lot of health back, you get a lot of arrows back, and you get a lot of Mirian. So, Spectral Glaive, not really that important, don't worry too much what you pick, but I go with Deadly Striker, gives you more hits. Ring Wraith, go for Poison. Poison weapons are usually better. Shadow Strider, I've been through this multiple times. In most cases, Hammer of Eragon's the best. Especially for this build, you don't need Eagle's Eyrie. You don't need Waters of Lorraine. Get Hammer of Eragon. Freezes them, lets you use your Ice Storm more often. Very good. Call followers. You want your bodyguard, and you want a bodyguard that can help you kill. So something like a destroyer that's going to do a lot of damage, cause a lot of chaos, kill a lot of bodies, and a lot of Mirian will drop because of that. Dominate Captain, doesn't matter what you get here. I go with enraged followers, that will help enrage your guy here, and he'll do a lot more damage. One thing I should mention is you absolutely need Treasure Hunter to make this build work. Being able to just simply walk over Mirian makes it so you don't need to pick it up, and makes it so all other items and stuff, look, just get this. Automatically collect loot, it's what you need, okay? Pick it up. Makes the build work. Now, let's do a little bit of a showcase. Kicked him over the edge. Okay, there we go. Little bit of health back. And there's a bit of health back as well. So you can see the health ticking back up because of the Mirian. And in bigger fights, that really does add up. It really does. And there we go. Lots of stealth kills, and this is how you want to open up the fights usually. And there's a whole heap of Mirian for us, which gives us a whole heap of health back. And then 2 hits to kill that. 2, 3 hits to kill that Olog. That's how much damage you will start doing when you start collecting Mirian. Yeah. So if we kill this guy with a range attack, there we go. We'll drop a bit of Mirian. We kill this guys with a range attack. A little bit of Mirian there. And 2 hits will kill him. Much better than the standard heaps of hits that you need. It's a bit of toxic. Heaps of Mirian dropping. And you can see, like, I haven't even been challenged yet. There's quite a bit of damage. 1 hit kill there. A 1 hit kill because of the little Mirian we got. So the one of them wore off. So there we go. 1 hit kill, 1 hit kill. And here's the captain. Look how much damage that did. Just slapping him around. And look at the damage coming out. So, beating against that. Let's get some more Mirian, shall we? So what we can do is, we can go bang, and go bang, and we can go bang. Pick up all this Mirian, and now hit him and do a ton of damage. And there it is. Crush Prison Master. That's the end of the video, guys. I appreciate all the support, so remember to comment, like and subscribe if you liked the video, and join my Discord if you want to keep up with the latest news and talk to me directly. I'm Potates, and see you soon.